He's not the leader, but okay.
Oh, he isn't the
Cleric,
leader? My
okay,
bad, I
welcome,
forgot,
Cleric Johnson
Hello.
from Apis
You right?
Europae. Just played in the match we just saw. Lost 7-9 to Renegades, which is how long has it been, Cleric, since Apis Europae have lost an official match?
It would be the Union scrim. So last WNL 4 games in, I think it was. So it's been a long, long time.
Was this an official match or was this
Yeah, that was a official match. We dropped 1 round. I think it was maybe 3 weeks into the last WNL, and then
Cleric, am I understanding this right? You guys haven't lost since then?
Yeah.
What?
Well, this shows the sort of the achievement that Renegades have had. So I mean,
I am in awe.
Cleric, do you think it was? I mean, okay. Well, first I'll just ask, how did it feel to lose after all that time?
Well, shit, obviously. I think it's. I mean, because obviously we have quite high standards, so even when we just drop 1 or 2 rounds, it's usually an inquest. So I can't imagine people will be leaving TS for a few more hours.
Why?
To work out what's going on.
Why did you lose, Cleric, or why do you think?
Well, they'll be analysing that, I suppose. But yeah, why did you think you lost?
I think one of our problems at the moment is the way we're adapting to new maps. I think a lot of people like Renegades and Saracens and other teams, Core included, they have this way of playing which adapts more easily to new situations. So like when people are going really heavy infantry builds and just pushing in, it doesn't so much matter the map you're using. Whereas the way we fight with lots of crossfires and stuff like that, you need a lot more experience on the maps to make that work. I think that's telling.
So you have to. Are you going to be? That's something you're going to be switching up. Then you're going to be changing the way you approach new maps in particular.
Yeah, I mean it's been we've tried to approach it differently each week, but it's just not really working out. I think maybe on closed maps we just need to focus a bit more on maybe having a few more infantry. I think also another one of the reasons we lost is like we haven't really managed to get any training matches going recently, and you've heard from like Nubajuki and that how much work they're putting in, and to be honest, we couldn't match that
Yes.
this week or the last few weeks.
6 training matches, he said.
6,
Preparation for
I
this.
know, and literally all we've been doing is on Camelot Deathmatch, just fucking around, like.
No.
So
y'all weren't prepared.
I think we were unprepared, yeah. Like literally, I mean, it's not all necessarily being our fault, but we've found it really difficult to organise training with anyone.
Making you louder.
Yeah, so we struggle to get any training matches, so we end up spending a lot of time just on stupid servers, just like getting couched in the back by Beardface on fucking Camelot Deathmatch. Like.
No, I understand it. You said that your problem.
You've gone quite loudy, man. I think is that
me? I made Cleric much louder.
You sure it wasn't yourself?
Oh, did I make myself louder?
Okay, don't worry. It's one. I think it's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, Cleric. I'm not trying to troll you, but can I read out this quote to you?
Oh yeah.
RNGD, on the other hand, are by no means ready. They have had a rocky start to the WNL, and you can see from the comments of their players that they are genuinely scared and unprepared to fight us. I mean, you stick by that? I mean, what do you think after making that statement?
I can't really stick by it, can I? But
well, I mean, you could say at the time. You could say at the time, perhaps they were unprepared when the pick was made. They were unprepared.
I mean, I still think both teams are a decent amount away from the level we were at last season.
Oh, really?
Maybe I just got it the wrong way around. Which teams were further away from the level they were at last season?
Oh.
Yeah, that could be right. I thought that was some seriously high-level play. I mean, I didn't play in the last season, and there were fewer streams. I did stream actually the final, and to be honest, I think that if anything, that was the highest level play I think I've ever seen. Like, I thought that was seriously top stuff.
It was good. But how was the play in the previous tournament elevated compared to this?
I don't know. Maybe it was just because people played with a lot less wonky tactics, so maybe that was just why it seems like it's lower level. I've got to give it to Renegades though. Like, they played so fucking well. They were really, really good. I mean, Nubajuki is just fantastic commander, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think a lot of their players played really well. They've been put, as you said, 6 training matches. It's just we can't currently match that level of commitment, to be honest, to the WNL.
The decision making was outstanding as well. I think.
Yeah, it was. They did loads of brilliant things. I think Nubajuki was excellent. I mean, they all played brilliantly. It's really well. At least we've got a fight on our hands now. I mean,
you guys play. I mean, I certainly. I'm not trying to sound patronising, but you guys did play really well as well. Like it was 9-7, and like the standard of play was absurdly high. It's not like you flopped or anything.
Oh no,
it's certainly not to be embarrassed by. So I wouldn't.
I think though on losing 4-0 as Rodox, that is flopping. That shouldn't happen, and that's something that we'll have to iron out. As soon as we can pick them again, we will, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I'll
that's the
look forward
thing.
to
You lost 6 rounds in a row to them.
Yeah.
Was that really how it went? Shoot.
Rounds in a row. Well, the thing is, this is what we mentioned during the match, and I think to perhaps another GQ as well. But if neither of you are picked next week, you could play each other again immediately.
Can that happen?
That can happen. If neither of you get picked, you can play each other straight away.
Well, I'd love that. I really want to play.
It'd be certainly be a very exciting backstory.
Wouldn't
I
you
think.
want practice if that was your issue with being unprepared? Wouldn't
No,
you
I
rushing
don't
into
know.
another game?
Well, there's the break to practice in. You got that to work.
Yeah, there's a break coming up.
I see.
I don't know. Like, I think it helps them a lot though. They've had a lot of practice, but I think our main problem is just how we're playing out new maps. It's not practice would help, but until we sort out how we're doing these maps, I don't think that it makes a huge difference.
But the next maps aren't announced yet either, so you can't really practice
so
them just
hopefully they'll come out.
quite yet.
From
I
what I
don't know,
understand.
but like I said, I don't think the issue is the new map. Like the issue isn't the maps we're fighting on; it's the way we're fighting on it. It's like the doctrine of our infantry and the way we're going about it is what's wrong. It doesn't really matter so much what the map is if you're just playing on it wrong. And because they're playing really straight up heavy infantry,
Yeah.
we're struggling with it.
From what I understand of your problem, how you describe it, you're saying you're focusing too much on setting up right, while the other team is kind of just flowing with the level. Like
Yeah.
your plan relies too much on being set up at the right spots.
Exactly. Which works fine on maps we know, like the back of our hand, like the normal maps that people play, Reverend Village, like Nordtown, all that. The maps you know so well that we know the brilliant places to go straight
You've
away.
played a million
pushes
times,
to do.
yeah.
But on these new maps, this sort of intricate style just loses to like Renegades just being really ballsy and just fucking crushing us.
Yeah.
It's too rigid.
Yeah.
Well,
Essentially,
they
it's
were
rigid in the
even
wrong
they were even
places.
ballsy on Reverend Village, and it paid off. I mean, when they went 4 Cav, that was
Four
I think
Cav.
without a doubt a ballsy move, and it didn't work the first round, and they stuck to it, and if anything, they drove harder, and it worked for them.
On that, I'll say I think that was us playing badly. I don't think that's a good idea on that map. And I think if
You don't
we
think it's
played
good idea?
better, I think we would have beaten them more. Personally, I don't. I think that it works a lot better on close maps.
All right.
It was odd because you won when it was only 3 Cav, and then lost when it was 4.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe
it is difficult when the people are playing so hyper aggressive these days. It's like you see a lot of actually Americans recently saying stuff about EU metagame being campy. Do you know like what?
Yeah.
This is
more
campy?
aggression. I've seen more aggression in the last few weeks of the WNL than I've ever seen playing Warband. It's ridiculous. Literally, everyone's just running into each other and massacring each other. It's really good to see.
it's good to watch.
Yeah, it
I'd
is
rather
good to
see
watch,
that.
but it's taken us a bit longer to catch up than I think it is the others. They're adapting quicker.
All right. Okay. So what's the attitude of A at the moment? Is it like, oh, we've had our reign, we've lost now, or are you guys motivated to come back and slam it?
Oh, we'll win it. Of course, we'll win the whole tournament. I know
Win the
we will.
tournament, you'll come back.
Come back and slam.
We
Complacent even in defeat.
I don't get me wrong. We've got a lot of work to do, and Renegades are absolutely brilliant. But no one. I think we still got the players and the tactics to win this. We just need to iron out a few problems.
So you think you're up for it then? You'll do
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
All right.
So
Well,
this was a good
it's gonna be
thing
very
for your
exciting to
team.
watch then. Sorry, did you hear
You
that?
guys,
Sorry,
you guys will come back stronger. No, this was good for your team. You're saying.
No, oh fuck no. Never said losing.
Lost
That'd
never
be
get like.
ridiculous.
No one wants to loss.
No,
That's a clean
don't get me-
record. My goodness.
Perhaps
to be fair, Union lost last WNL did probably end up having a positive effect. It does wake you up, and I think it means you play a lot more professionally in the next few games.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. It's sort of. I mean, you had quite a few matches now that have been closer than I think anyone would have expected from AE. This sort of kept being close results. But I don't think anyone really expected that you would actually you would lose even. And it's weird that it's actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so surprised as anyone else is, but Renegades just played absolutely brilliantly. And if you look at the ones that have been close, you can consistently see that we're doing badly on those new maps.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
when we're finally going up against a really top class team, they managed to exploit our weakness on those maps to the point that others, maybe we were drawing maps with them, and that told.
Okay. So what about some positives then? What do you think? Your team did well in the game.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Good You got,
Oh,
you got
well,
seven. You
no.
got 7 rounds out of 16. You did nothing well.
I thought we played pretty poorly, to be completely honest. Like, especially on Valoran. We've been
I thought
looking at-
your melee fights in Florin were you guys got separated and scattered
they
quite
were
a lot.
yeah,
I would agree
exactly,
with that.
which is really dumb because that's something we've been working at quite a lot, and people were just getting split up, and it was just stupid.
But I think when LaRue gets 7 kills in 2 rounds and you say
Yeah,
you did
obviously
nothing good
Rue's-
in the game,
yeah.
I think that's a bit unfair on yourselves.
I don't know. That when you take 3 bows, they should be getting kills. Don't get me wrong; they have to perform, and LaRue did definitely perform.
He did
But
perform, yeah, he played
That's
pretty
why
well.
you take the extra bows to get the kills.
Yeah, okay, well that's fair. That's fair enough. Well, so okay, you did some things you perhaps didn't do well, but you didn't do badly at least.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and generally, there's a few good performances from some people. I think I didn't really actually manage to catch much of the first map, but
What about yeah, yeah. What about
The other game was good
RGD?
too.
Who really impressed you for RGD today? Like sort of more than you expected.
There was a team effort. I think I'm not sure I could pick one out. I'm gonna have to give the credit for Nubajuki. I mean, when
Yeah.
Renegades came back, I think
Yes.
they were saying, "Oh, we're back for fun, etc." and stuff like that. But you can see now, 6 matches in a few days. That's not for fun. They're here to try and stop us.
Yeah, it's not
That's
for fun, is
fun.
it?
No one finds
It's not,
that
it's not
fun,
even
do they?
fun at all to play 6
No.
matches in 6
I
days
think-
or whatever.
I'm gonna give like MVP, even though I'm not sure. I can't remember the scores. I'm gonna give it to Nubajuki because he's just given them such a good work ethic, and it's really
Yes.
good to see.
Yeah.
Credit should go to him, not just for strategizing, but for picking the team back up, because when you got a deficit that big,
5-1 down. To come back from that is
Yeah,
You gotta-
yeah,
yeah,
it's really good. Yeah,
got
I
'em
think
around,
dropping those
there's
rounds
that
on
part.
Reverend, that was big mistakes on our part as well. I think also I'd just like to just say one thing that did go well is Azan commanded excellently on the maps he did command on. I think we do struggle sometimes when he's not commanding, and he's just always class.
all right. That's cool. What about Sikiji Osman? I thought he had a really good game today. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he played really well, but I think a lot of the time with Cav need to be put into a position where they can do well.
Yeah.
Like Cav, don't get me wrong, he's a world class Cav. He's absolutely brilliant. But I think Cav can only really take advantage of some sloppiness from infantry. But he did that excellently. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
What?
So I don't need to ask what you expect to finish first, obviously.
First.
Okay. So well, good luck.
You guys did a great performance. It's a
And
shame that
we'll definitely
they don't
be
work out on
streaming.
the second maps.
We'll be streaming
Yeah.
your matches.
Streaming the
much,
second one.
much as we can, I
Streaming
think.
the Renegades rematch in a few weeks.
Yeah. Or,
Yes.
Or,
The rematch.
or next
We have
match
that
week.
to look forward to.
Definitely. I think that's a must stream. You got any shout outs? Anything to say? Just to the end?
No, just well played Renegades. Really good to see. Yeah, just well played.
That's good. Classy.
Yeah.
Classy man. Right there.
Objectively, do you think it's good for the scene that you've lost now?
Yeah, no, you're right. Bang on it. It's not good for me though.
Alright, that's
It
fair.
makes you guys seem more human, even from my perspective.
Well,
no one wants to
human-
see
I
someone
think-
just wreck face everywhere.
I don't think anyone was doubting their humanity. Like,
No.
I think
Sometimes
it quite
do,
reached that
right?
extent, but
I
do
do wanna
play
see
in
y'all-
3 tournaments
you're-
at once.
everyone likes to see
Yes.
the champions be
Yeah, of
touched.
course.
the
Yeah.
classics.
But I want to
Okay.
see them contest for it, and now I see a contest going.
Yeah,
here,
it's a
and I hope
proper
to see-
contest now. It is good for
Yeah.
the WNL, and you can
Very
see
exciting.
that everyone's. Don't get me wrong. Well, we're not like an unpopular clan or anything,
No,
but you
no.
can see. You can see in the thread, the WNL threads, that people are really actually quite happy about it. To be honest,
Yeah.
like people are placing congrats, like Renegades have won.
You
the
deserve
title.
respect.
Of course we do.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I said that was going to be the last question, but I will ask quickly again. Do you think
Yes.
do you think any other teams are on the same level as you and Renegades at the moment?
No.
Not at all. Not SOE are not close. You think?
Yeah, well, they're close, but
Do you think
I
they're the
Renegades are maybe
closest?
the best teams. I think arguably SOE, then maybe
Saracens or
Core,
something?
maybe.
Core, you think?
Who did you suggest?
Saracens, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say those 3 are like Core, Core, SOE, and Saracens are relatively close, but I think they are behind.
Yeah,
in
I'd
terms
agree
of
there.
other teams, I haven't seen that much from them yet, but I think Warband should be interesting. They've got some absolutely great players. I just need to see
Took a
them.
loss this week though to Irish Rebels.
Yeah, which is a surprise. Yes.
Well, what we've been seeing is all the pick teams are winning this week, which is nuts. Like
Yeah.
Renegades is one of the few teams which made the pick actually won.
Yeah,
Just
it's
the opposite of what happened
surprising,
last
isn't it?
week.
Yeah. But there was some odd picks as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, some dodgers. Okay. Well, anyway, I won't keep you too long. Thanks for coming and speaking to
Cool,
us.
man. Yeah,
Thank you
cheers for
very much,
streaming.
Clara.
Yeah,
Best of luck in
thank
the
you.
league and everything.
Yeah, cheers, mate. You lot.
Take care.
Up on.
So
User
long.
disconnected from your channel.
All right, I
That
think
was
that's
cool.